Hey, welcome back. I'm Wes Wood, the Income Guy, and today we're taking a Halloween season look at 4 scary retirement questions. So far, we've covered questions about savings and Social Security. Now let's look at another retirement issue that keeps many people up at night: healthcare cost. You know, naturally, we all want to enjoy a long, healthy retirement, but in a way, those two goals are really at odds because think about it. The longer you live, the greater chances you're going to have of suffering an adverse health event and creating a lot of expense. And people are living a whole lot longer today than they were years ago. Matter of fact, compared to 1960, we're living 10 years longer. And according to the CDC, if you're a couple and you're in your mid-60s today, there's a 50% chance at least one of you is going to live into your 90s. And that's one reason the question, will I be able to cover my healthcare costs when I retire, can be so scary. But it's not the only reason. Healthcare inflation is one of the most challenging issues in retirement. Consider some of the following scary facts. Since 1948, the price of medical care has grown at an average rate of 5.3%, compared to 3.5% for general inflation, so a lot more. That's close to 6%. Which means, to your dollars, healthcare medical costs are basically doubling every 12 years. And that means from prescription drugs to routine doctor visits to long-term care is increasing at that pace. As for drug prices, let's look at that. According to Employee Benefit Research Institute, a 65-year-old man with an average prescription drug expense in retirement will need about $73,000 just saved to have about 50% chance of covering Medicare premiums and the other out-of-pocket expenses that are going to come up with prescription drugs. As for a woman versus a man in the same boat, they need about $95,000. And what about long-term care? Well, with that cost doubling nearly every 12 years, here's how that's going to break down. If you're in your 60s today, budgeting as much as $200,000 a year for full-time in-home care, by the time you actually need it in your late 80s or early 90s, that expense could be nearly $800,000 a year. And admittedly, those are some very scary figures, which explains why this is another issue that scares so many people. But as Dave and I will talk about, it's another fear that you can tackle with the help of a qualified financial advisor who specializes in retirement income. But right now, here's another chance to order your copy of my timely report, The Case for Fixed Income. It's free with your complimentary retirement income kit, and that is all yours by visiting retiretv.com or by calling my office directly at 826-5749. But now, let's welcome back income specialist David Scranton. Hello, David. Welcome back.
Thanks, Wes. You know, you probably hear this too, but I get people who retired from a big company after a bunch of years, and one of the benefits with the pension might be healthcare insurance. And it's always been really good insurance. They feel like, well, why do I need to worry about healthcare inflation? I've got great medical insurance. But they still need to worry about it almost as much as the next guy, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no doubt about it, because in retirement now we're dependent on Medicare and the Medicare supplement packages. But as I mentioned in this segment, I mean, just prescription drugs of $73,000 for a male is only going to cover about half. $95,000 is a lump sum for a female in retirement. In looking at Medicare, and that cost is just a portion of it. Medicare is not going to be there to cover everything. Matter of fact, if you go into a nursing home or you need long-term care, odds are a lot of that bill, you're going to have to foot it. Medicare is only going to cover just a few of the first days and maybe a little bit in rehab facility, but that's basically it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because not only do the costs go up as you get older, but also, as you know, as people get older, they need more medical care. They have more complications and so on. So to me, that just means the costs are going up exponentially as we age.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, if inflation is running at 3.5%, healthcare inflation running at nearly 6%, if we start putting the numbers behind that, and the cost for healthcare is going to double every 12 years. You know, imagine somebody is 60 years old now and retiring. They're retiring a little bit early, and they live until their mid-80s. They're talking about their cost doubling more than twice. If they need a $100,000 for medical expenses now, that's going to go up to $200,000 to $400,000. So the cost and rate of inflation on healthcare cost is extremely high, and it's something that we really need to prepare for. And unfortunately, what I found is that a lot of financial advisors, brokers, people in our industry fail to really talk about this with their clients. And it's a scary subject, and it needs to be discussed, it needs to be talked about. And for somebody that deals primarily with folks that are retired, a true income specialist, it's something that we can put plans together to make sure that they've got the money to pay for these expenses.
And you mentioned $100,000 a year, but if someone needs full-time home health care, right? Because I don't think you've ever talked to anyone who said their retirement goal is to move into a convalescent home, right? Mm-hmm. So if they need full-time home health care, then it could be double that 100,000 number, and that's today, right?
Yeah, exactly. Most people I talk to never say they want to spend all their money down and qualify for Medicaid. They want to have money left over to leave for an inheritance, and they want to make sure they're not dependent on a convalescent home to take care of them. And a lot of people believe that, hey, if you've got $2 million today, well, that could cover 10 years worth of maybe in-home health care in today's cost. But fast forward, 15, 20 years from now, you're going to need a lot more. But if you're investing still for growth and not income, we need to remember that we're going to have to take out distributions out of our accounts no matter what. Like with RMDs, for example. When you hit 72, you have to take money out of those IRAs and those qualified accounts. And if it's coming from principal and we're spending it down, and now that $2 million is now worth $600,000, you add inflation, instead of having 10 years of maybe long-term care money saved up, it may only be, instead of 10 years, it may be only a year or two. So investing for income may be the way to make sure you're generating enough in the form of interest and dividends to help cover a lot of those RMDs, to keep your lump sum up, to where you can still have a huge chunk of money to pay for many years of health care instead of just a couple. But Dave, thanks again, and stick around. Coming up after the break, I'll talk more about another one of the scary retirement questions for many people. Will I run out of income? I'm Wes Wood, the Income Guy, and you're watching the Retirement Income Show.
I'm David Scranton. During my career, I found that most baby boomers have done a great job growing their retirement savings, yet many don't know how to convert their savings into steady income. And that is why I built the Retirement Income Store, to help hardworking Americans preserve their assets and establish steady streams of income.
If you're age 55 or older, our free Retirement Income Kit is for you. Learn the fundamentals of investing for income. Discover potential hidden risks to your retirement plan. Visit yourincomekit.com to download your free Retirement Income Kit. A fiduciary is someone legally obligated to act in your best interest. Doctors, lawyers, and some financial advisors are fiduciaries, but not all. When you work with Wes Wood and his team at Wood Financial Group, you are working with fiduciaries. They help clients create customized investment portfolios based off their retirement goals. If you're ready to work with a fiduciary, visit retiretv.com and schedule a free, no-obligation conversation with Wes or a Wood Financial Group advisor.